Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We're a bit late, I'm sorry, some technical issues. Currently, we have about 42 people that are online, and on Facebook, there are 11 viewers, so welcome. This is a 2-hour course, but we'll see how it goes. So those that have not emailed your name, your firm, and your membership number to the Jehovah Secretariat, please do so that you can collect your CPD points. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, I want to introduce our co-speaker for today, Cik Zubair, if I can just invite him online. All right.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hi, everyone.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we'll be presenting on building your firm's internet presence for free. Part of the reasons which you will see in my part of the presentation is that only 5% of our law firms are actually online and can be found on their own respective websites. So we thought, maybe we'll offer a course like this, and maybe by the end of the course, in the next few days, you'll be published, and we have a little bit of time. So what's a little self-promotion during this quarantine period? So the many of you know me, I'm a member of the Jehovah. I currently am heading the IT and publication subcommittee. And Zubair, our co-speaker, he's a software engineer. He's been so for about 10 years. Am I correct?
Yes, there.
Yeah.
10 years now.
Okay. Are you at liberty to let us know where you work and who you work for?
I work for a government. I work for a government organization.
Our government organization. All right. So without further ado, we're going to say goodbye to Zubair first, and we're going to go through the first part of the course. So just as a note to everyone, you may not be able to follow live what's being done by Zubair. So when this course is over, you can re-watch this on the platform that you're using now. If you're in Crowdcast, you can replay it at any time. If you're on Facebook, you can view it there on Facebook. And during this course, if you have a question to ask, use the Ask a Question feature on the page that you are viewing, where it says Ask a Question. And what this does is, if anyone else has the same type of question, they'll vote it up. So we'll get the popular questions first. And if you want to be invited to speak or ask your question live, please let us know. All right, before we begin, do we have any technical issues? I see our Madam Chairman is having some technical. You may need to turn up your volume. If that fails, you can go to Facebook, and on Facebook, it'll be there with a slight 20-second delay. All right, so let's get into the meat of it. So this course tentative, it's not 2.5 hours, it's 2 hours. There's a part 1 by me, which will take about 20 minutes. We're going to take a Q&A in the event there are. Number 2 will be handled, part 2 will be handled by Zubair, and he'll be giving you a short presentation on the theory of it, and he'll be doing a practical aspect. That means he'll be building a fictional website. We have created fictional lawyers and a fictional firm, and we're going to work with that. So why is an internet presence important? Now, let's look at the facts and figures. Now, in the world, this is according to Devrix, 6 out of every 10 small businesses in 2019 don't have a website for their business. 35 out of small business owners feel that their business is too small for a website. And I think, if you're sole proprietor and it's just you, and your clerk, you may feel that it's too small for a website. In Johor specifically, because of the statistics available to me, we have 774 registered firms, including branches. Yeah, and on that, among that number, only 38, have websites registered in the directory. I don't know if you didn't put it on the directory, but that's roughly 5% of all of us. And only 52 have updated their firm information in the Johor Bahru directory. The Johor Bahru has its own directory on its own website, and shortly I'll tell you why that's important to be registered. The main reasons why firms and businesses are not online, as I've alluded before, uh, people feel that they lack the know-how or the expertise to do it. It is a very difficult. You got to be good at computers, or you got to know someone. The second reason is because they feel that it costs money. Infrastructure-wise, if you're looking for something on a grand scale, it can run tens of thousands. But on a small scale, as what we'll show you today, you wouldn't even have to spend a single cent of your money. And then as you scale up your services, that's when the expenditure comes. So according to what your needs. So myself, I started with a website hosting for 100 ringgit a month, and now we spend more than that, but because of our needs. The third reason is because of non-necessity. They said, why? I have an office that's quite prime, and everyone comes walk-ins. So that may be the position of some members or some lawyers, but it wouldn't hurt. And the reason why it wouldn't hurt to be online is because 96% of consumers use the internet to find a business, whatever it is. You need a barber. When this MCO is over, you'll find one. Okay, so when you find the business, or when this 96% will use a search provider, search engine, like Google, Yahoo, Bing, and the like. So if they put lawyer or lawyer Janaya inside the search engine, and of course the matches will come up. And for those that are not in the know, Google and Yahoo and Bing and the like, search engine, they scour the internet. They have things called robots and spiders. They see what's on the internet and they collate it and then find the most relevant information. And there's no reason where, if someone is searching for your name or your firm, there's no reason why your firm or your firm address should not be on top of the search results. And another reason, the last reason why it's important, is because internet presence builds identity, it builds credibility. When a website is popular enough, it makes it to the top of the search engine, it makes it relevant, and it allows for targeted clientele. You don't have any cold calls. If on your website says, I do just divorce cases, that's your niche. That's when customers view the website, they'll know what you do, and you won't have random, maybe criminal cases coming to you. So it allows for targeted clientele. So a little case study. As far as my website is concerned, we've been online from the very beginning. I think it's 8 years. These are the statistics for my firm in the month of from January to April, and you can see I have about 9,000 visitors to my website. These are extracted directly from the server logs. So we get ico.my a yearly average number of visitors of 12 to 15,000. Yeah. 80% of those visitors are links from search engine. So when I open up my logs or my reports, it actually says this person clicked through a Google page, and then I even find out what they look for so that my name appears on the search engine. And for the year 2019 to 20, we have opened a total of 18 files arising out of purely web referrals. This one we got to know when we ask our clients, especially when they call, where did you hear about us? The line is, I read it on the internet. So it's just being there. If you don't spend anything and you get 2 files a year out of it, it's still well and good. Business is business, as they say. So these are statistics as at 13 April 2020. I'm going to pause here. I'm getting some messages that people are having audio issues. All right, we just checked it. Okay, volume levels are fine. Okay. So let's get back on. So what it means to have relevant search engine aggregation is that um, when uh, when someone searches for your business, you can do this yourself. If I were to search for the name of my firm in Google, and if you can see on the bottom right, the first um, match would be my website. And also when I do the same thing on Bing, which is the Microsoft search engine, it's also the first match. And these are the things we aim for when we make our websites. All right. So uh, let's get into steps to take towards your firm's internet presence. And I can't stress this enough. This is more about discipline and application, really. So number one is to actively use email, yeah, and be active online. It's not enough that you have a website. People that write to you and inquire your services, they'll need some input, feedback, and if it's 5 days afterwards you're going to check your email, they're going to go somewhere else that has a website. So actively use it, reply as soon as possible. I have secured clients just because I replied within the hour. Yeah. So part of actively using email is to apply it in your day-to-day operation, with your staff, your employees, and your lawyers. um, Start to engage actively with customers, sending of correspondence, updates. When you open your file and your warrant to act, um, ask for your client's um, email address, and then have an inbox zero policy. I know for the many of you, you open your emails, it's going to say 345 unread messages. Make that zero. Make that zero, delete, unsubscribe to this irrelevant thing. You're getting emails from Pinterest and YouTube and all that. Delete all that. Have an inbox. At the end of the day, it's zero. That means you've addressed everything that's pending. Number two, have a social media presence. Uh, for the ones that are viewing through Facebook, most likely you already have a social media presence. Yeah, it allows you to validate your brand. You can give updates. You can make your firm's page aside from your own personal account. Being active says to clients that you are ready for business and ready to take questions. Like the Johor Bar has its own page. The same way, just go to your website, create a page, have a social media presence. Thirdly, uh, take some time and register your firm in Google Maps. And why it's relevant is that there is a thing called geolocation search, where search engines scope their findings, their results, according to where you are geographically. So let's say a particular person is in the Permas area and he searches for lawyer. Because of your Google Maps entry, you've told Google this is where you are. The results may show your premise, your firm's address and location, and they can go there directly. And an example of that is, if you were to open up and search in the Uda area, a Google Maps entry, if you had registered for it, will put it on the right side. And it allows members to go directly to your website. And for directions, if they click directions, the app would open up and then they can Waze or they can use Google Maps to go directly to your office. So this is very useful. Personally, the one time it worked for me was a gentleman was just happened to be in an area and he was looking and he searched and then he just went straight to my office. So it can happen to you. And like I said, little business is still business. So that's Google Maps. Now, the next step towards your firm's internet presence is to have a website. And I think that's later when Zubair is presenting. So uh, before you plan your website, you got to decide what's going to be on it. You know? Don't go and start making the website and then you'll have to brainstorm while you're doing it. Planning your website, tell yourself that you need a few pages. That means pages meaning what information you want to view in what categories. So for this sample website that we're making, we can have 4 pages. Though it's about us, our lawyers, practice areas, and contact us. In the about us page, you'll be giving a summary, a welcome page. Our lawyers, a summary of your practice, who you are and the members of your firm, and practice areas, the areas of law that you practice in or intend to serve your clients with, and contact us. And inside contact us, Zubair will be teaching you how to build a contact form where visitors can just inquire directly from your website to ask questions. And with that, you can build better engagement. So that is linked to my first advice about using email. So once someone contacts you through the website, get back to them. Have a 6 hour or 1 day turnaround time towards contacting your clients. So for the purpose of this sample website, we've created a fictional firm called Diremon and Co. Not related to the Japanese character, or maybe it is. So this is how I personally would categorize the information. So I would open up a text file or a Word document. I'll put in about us. This is the content is intended to be there. So our lawyers, a summary of the lawyer, practice areas, contact us. Now, once you have all this for information, you'll want to put images. So for the purpose of this website, I've taken some random pictures on the internet. So we'll be using these 3 images to put on the website. All right. So that's as far as theory is concerned. Is there any questions up to this point? Oh yeah, we will also be putting a logo, but this logo tutorial will be done if we have time at the end. All right, so this is the end of part 1. Do we have any questions that you want to ask? Let me see whether there's no questions from the audience in here or in the chat. All right. So we'll save the questions later. And then I'm going to switch over to Zubair so that he can start on part 2. And then we'll have the Q&A there. I think he's going to take a little bit of time with that. Okay. All right, Zubair, you're up.
Okay, let me share.
Okay, so what I'll be doing is, Zubair, while you're presenting, I'll be collating any questions. So what you can do is just ask the question, I'll put it in chat, and then I'll inventorize and I'll put it in the system. So let me focus your screen.
Okay, thanks, Dale.
All right.
Okay. So part 2, I will be explaining the basic components of a web page, and then we'll cover a few basic terminologies used in building websites. And then I'll explain the tool that we'll be using, and then we'll jump right into the hands-on session. So usually the basic components of a website or a web page are the logo, header, the footer, navigation, forms, and links. So if you have a logo, logos are usually placed at the top of the screen of the page next to the name of your firm or organization. So this is an example taken from Johor Bahru Committee website. And then the header. So the header is the top part of the website. It usually includes the logo and the name of the organization. And then we have the footer. Usually people put contact information, social media links, and other important links that they want to highlight in the footer of the website. So this is an example of a footer from another website, and it has the contact information on the left side of the footer, and on the right side are social media links where their visitors can visit their Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram pages. And then that's the navigation part of a website. This is an important part of a website. It allows your visitors to navigate through your website. So if the navigation is clear and well organized, it will provide a very good experience for your visitors. And then you can also put forms in your website, and forms are used to collect information from your visitors. And I've put an example of a contact us form where you can collect information from your customers or visitors or prospects. And usually these forms, they email you the content or the information that your visitor provides to you so that you can reply and get back to them. And then there's links. Links are just references to things on the internet. And it can be a reference to another page, an image on the internet. It can also link, it can also be a reference to another website, and even documents. So this is an example of a link taken from Google's search result page. And I'm sure everybody's familiar with this. Links are usually in blue, and you can click the link to go to, in this case, to another website. Okay, so another important thing to understand when building your website is domain names. A domain name is basically an address on the internet, for example, johobar.my, and this address points to a computer on the internet. And this computer is usually called a hosting server that hosts your website. So every time someone types in your domain name, they will be brought to to the hosting server that will present the visitor with your website. So you have to have a hosting server to host your website on the internet and a domain name. Okay, common users of a website are usually people use it as a company website. So when people look for you on the internet, you have your own website. And then you can also use your website as a blog. So sometimes people write personal blogs, and then there's also business blogs where people constantly post about their business or whatever niche they're in. And then there's also the e-commerce website. E-commerce websites are where users can business owners can upload their products, and visitors can purchase directly through the website. So an example maybe is Shopee and Lazada, and I know most of you would probably be familiar with that. Okay, so there are a few website builders, free website builders that allow you to create and build your website on its platform, and it also hosts your website on the internet. So these are a few: Wix, Weebly, Card, WordPress.com. There are others, maybe hundreds of other tools that you can use to build a free website. But for this course, we've picked Weebly to use as a platform to demonstrate how you can create a free website. And the reason why we picked Weebly is obviously free. And then second is we saw that it was the easiest from all the other platforms I listed before. It was the easiest to use. So even if you don't have any technical know-how, it should be very easy for you to get started. Okay, as Dale said just now, our website will consist of 4 pages, and we will have the About Us page as the home page. So as people come to your website, the main page they will see is the About Us page. And then we'll have 3 other pages: Our Lawyers, Practice Area, and Contact Us. Okay, so before we jump into the hands-on session, if there are any questions, you can post them in the Ask a Question.
All right, Zubair, we have two questions. Number one, what are the requirements for the Bar Council for websites maintained by lawyers? I'll handle that one. Looks like a legal question. Number two, from the list of website creators, I think you mean website builders, yeah? Which company would be suitable and safe for use for law firms? Yeah,
Uh,
Zubair,
I think it depends on the requirements, but I think for a simple website, um, to begin with, you can actually use any one of these. So Wix is a bit complicated. I've tried it. And Card here, the third option, it's specifically for one-page websites. And its main feature is to allow you to create multiple websites. So if you're just thinking of creating one website, I would suggest maybe Weebly, of course, and maybe WordPress.com.
and I think because the person asking the question, sorry, what is safe for use for law firms? What type of security concerns should we as lawyers be looking at when we are making our website?
Okay, so I would say basically you should probably have SSL. That's secure. Every time you open a website, there will be a lock icon next to the URL, and basically all these platforms provide that security. And then another concern maybe is when you're collecting information from your visitors. As long as the information is just emailed to you, you're not storing large amounts of information, I think it would not be a big concern.
Okay, so these websites, don't like the one you'll show us, you won't be collecting information of the clients or the
Yes.
potential clients. Okay, all right. Okay, so that's the only two questions for now. I think we'll revisit when more questions come in. So I think you can go ahead to your next part.
Okay, so I'll be switching my screen here. Uh, Dil, can you turn my screen off? Okay, yeah. Okay, can everyone see? Okay, so to begin, we will be going to weebly.com. So just open a browser, type in weebly.com, And this is what you will probably see on your screen. Okay. So to begin, we'll just click on create a website. So since I've created my own account, um, I won't be going through the registration process, but it's a simple process where you just provide your name, email, and password, and just select your country, and it will bring you to what I'll be showing you next. So I'll close this browser, and I'll log into my account. Okay, so when you the first time you sign up, it will show you this page first. Okay, so it will prompt you if you would like to create a normal website or specifically an online store. So for this course, we'll be just creating a normal website that you can use for your business. So we'll click, I just need a website. And then the next part is you can select your theme for your website. So I'll pick one here under the business section. I'll pick this one, Muse Technologies. You can pick any theme you want, whichever theme you think is relevant or good looking to you. You can just pick that one. But I'll pick this one for now. So it will show you a preview of the website. Just scroll down a bit, see what's in the website, and then you can just click Start Editing on the top right corner of the page. Okay, so the first thing it will ask for is your domain name. So for this demo, we'll be creating a website with the domain braymond.co. Let's search this. And it will suggest to you a few professional domains. For example, theroman.com, and then a few other variations of it. But these are paid domains. So it will cost you to use these domains, but it also provides you with a free domain, which has the word weebly.com at the end of it. So we'll be choosing this one. Okay, so your domain, subdomain setup has complete. So we're going to click done here. And then it just tells us that the editor has been updated. We'll just click reload editor here. Okay, so this is your website. So it's still not online until you click publish on the right, on the publish button on the right side, top right side of the page. This website is still not online. So the first thing we'll do is look at the logo. We'll change the logo up here. So we'll click on the top left side of the page and click on logo. And it allows you to upload your own logo. So if you have your own logo, just click upload a photo from your computer, and we'll pick the logo that Dale created just now. Okay, so the logo looks a bit small, but we can edit the logo. So we'll just click on edit, the orange button here. We'll hover over the logo and click on edit here. Okay, so we'll just remove some of these white space, click crop, and let's just drag this down a bit. Okay, and we'll drag the bottom part also. Okay, that should look okay. And just click back here. Click back. And if it looks okay, we'll just click save here, the blue button save here. Okay, now it looks better. Okay, now, so this is going to be the About Us page, our home page. So I've organized the content that we'll be using in a folder. I've put all the text in a text file. You can also use Word documents. I just put all the documents and organize them according to the pages. And then I've also placed all the images we'll be using in a folder called images. Okay. Okay. So let's go with the content first. So we'll just once you prepared everything and you put them into a text file or Word document, you can just copy paste the content into the page, into your website. So let's copy this, and then let's just change this text. Okay, and let's reduce the font a bit. Okay, there you go. Okay, now next is we have a bland blue background here. We'll be changing this to an image that we prepared. So we'll just click this section, and a tooltip will appear. We'll click Edit Background, and then we'll close the color section. We don't want color. We want to upload our own image. So we'll just collapse this color option, and you'll see a few options here. But we'll be choosing image. Click on image, and then we'll click replace. Okay. Okay, it has a few other images that you can use, but we have our own image. So we can click on upload image on the button on the left side of this dialog box. And then this green button appears. Just click on this, and we'll choose courtroom image here. Click open. Okay, so it uploads the image. You can adjust the image a bit. Okay. And then when you're satisfied with the positioning, just click save. Okay, there you go. So you have a header with welcome to the Ramon and Co. and with an image, background image. You can use whatever image you want. You can upload your own image here. Okay, so moving on to the next piece of content. We'll open the content file just now. So we'll just copy and paste this to the next section. So instead of welcome to Muse Technologies, we'll highlight this and we'll just paste in our own text. And we'll do the same thing with the paragraph below it. Copy this. So if you prepared everything up front, it should be very easy to set up your website. Okay, so I think everything is good. Okay, so now, next is, since this page has been pre-populated, all the sample content has been pre-populated the page, we'll be removing, just to demonstrate for you, how you can remove items from the page. So let's start removing items from this page. So this is a spacer component. We'll just remove this, click delete. So hover over whatever component you want to delete, and click on the X button here. Click on delete. Okay, remove this. So remove this. Remove this. Make sure you hover, don't click. If you click the X button, it won't appear. Okay, let's remove this. Remove this. And this. Okay. So we prepared a code just to make use of this code section. So if you have any codes that you want to put, you can just reuse this component. So we'll be copying from a code here, paste it here. Okay. So you can use whatever component that you see is suitable for your page, and then just paste your content there. Okay, next is we'll be removing this bottom section. Okay, you can just click on this section, just click delete. Okay, there you go. So your page is done. So now you can publish your website. This is the time. So you just click on publish on the button at the top right corner of the page. Click publish. Okay, so this is the domain that you get, and it says a HTTPS, so it's over secure HTTP. You can just click on this link. So there you go. You have a website. So this is your home page. So you can adjust any content here, add them, edit, add other contents, images below here. And one thing to notice is that if you look at the top of the tab, your website has the title My Site. So you can change that. And to do that, okay, you can go to settings. Click on settings, at the top bar, the top menu, click settings. And in the general tab, you can change the site title. Let's change it to D. Right. Save. And then you have to publish it again to see the changes. Click publish. Let's visit the website. Okay, so see the title has changed. Okay. So now moving on to the next page, which is the Our Lawyers page. Okay, so to add pages, you can click on the button next to build on the top navigation. Just click pages. Okay, so it will list all the pages that you already have for this website. So it corresponds to the menu, to the main navigation of your website. Here, home, services, about, contact. So you can rearrange the pages. So if you put contact second, it will move next to home. So what we'll be doing is we will start with an empty page. Okay. So let's just click on the plus button here. There are a few options. There is the standard page, and then there's a blog page if you're building a blog, and then there's the category page. The category page is if you have an e-commerce website and you have categories of products. This is where you can place pages of the category of your products, and then you can also have a specific product page and also an external page. And we'll be using the standard page, and we'll show you how to use the external page. So just click on the standard page here, and we'll just copy and paste from our content, Our Lawyers. Okay, it's here. And then if you notice, the Our Lawyers page has a header, just like the home page. So we don't want this on this page. This header image should only be in the home page. So we'll just change the header type to no header. So it will remove that. Okay. So this page, so we now have an empty page that we can start putting in our content. So to do that, okay, we'll click done first. Click done. So this page is ready, and we'll drag the page up next to home, and then we'll start building the page. To build the page, we'll click on build next to the pages button. Click build. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll put a title on the page, and then the content of the page, and an image of Mr. Doraemon. So just drag title here, Okay. And then let's copy and paste the title. Okay. And then we'll drag a text component for the profile description of the lawyer. Let's copy and paste the content. Okay. And then we have an image of the, if we have an image, we can drag in an image into this page. We'll just pull in the image component into the page and then just place it next to this text section. Okay. So when you see a blue line there, just release it. Okay. So you can click on upload image to choose your image. So click on the green button here. I will choose this image. Click open. Okay, so you have an image of the person and then the description on the right side. Okay, so the header and the content is a bit too near. So we'll be adding some breathing room. You can do that by placing spaces into the page. Let's try pull in a spacer component here and then drop it there. Oops, sorry. This should be here. Okay, so we have some space here after the header and the content. So this should look good. We'll click publish and let's preview how it looks. Okay, so now you have our lawyers in your main navigation. Click on our lawyers. Okay, so this is the page, and this looks a bit off. So we'll be centering, we'll be center aligning the text here, the title. And to do that, you can just click on the text here, and then this pop-up will appear. You can just choose the alignment that you want. Let's align center, and then we'll click publish again. Let's click this. Our lawyers. Okay, so it looks better now. Okay, so we'll be moving to the next page. So we'll do the same. We'll click on pages next to build. Click on pages. And then we'll create a new page by clicking on the plus button here. And then we'll create a standard page. Okay. And then we'll give it the name practice area. And we'll remove the header. No header. And then we'll copy paste the content. No, first we'll create the title. Okay, so once we've done this, just click done and then drag this up just below our lawyers. And then click on build. And then we'll do the same thing. We'll drag in title. And then we'll paste our title and let's align it to center. And then we'll pull in a spacer right after the title. Okay. And then some text. Just pull in some text. Okay, this is where we copy and paste the text we prepared for the page. Here. Now let's make this a bulleted list. Okay. Click this. Let's give this some space. Okay. So in a page, you should try to, if it's suitable, to have images. Images will make your website more interesting. If it's just all text, it will probably make the website more dull. So we'll drag in an image here just to make the page more interesting. Drag in next to the text content we had. And then let's click on upload image. But this time, we won't be uploading any images. I'll be showing you how you can use the images that Weebly already provides. So you can just click on search next to the My Computer here. Click on search and let's look for contract. Okay, so this looks like a suitable image. So just click this. There you go. So it will put in the image right where you dragged it in. So I think this is ready. So we'll just click publish. Okay, let's visit our website and click on practice area. There you have it. So, oh, just one thing. I just noticed. Every time you use the image, an image from Weebly, it will put this. This is to credit the author of the stock image. Okay, so next is to create our contact us page. Okay, this is our final page. So we'll be doing the same thing. Click next pages, click on pages next to build. And then we'll create a new page, a new standard page. Okay, let's paste this in, contact us. And then we'll remove the header. Okay, and then click on done. Let's drag contact us to the top here, drag it up. And then we'll drag in, so we'll click on build to build on contact us. We'll drag in the title. Okay, let's paste it here and center align it. And then we'll just copy and paste this text into the page. But before that, let's just add in a spacer and then the text component. Okay, just paste it in. Clean this up a bit. Okay. So next, in Weebly and in most contact us pages, they will have, if you have a physical office, you will have a map. You can put a map on the contact us page. So in Weebly, you can just drag in the map component here into the page. So we'll drag the map component and put it on the right side of the content. Okay. So next we can actually change the address here. So I'm gonna put Taman Takauka. Surprisingly, it exists. Takauka. Okay. So that you can adjust other things like the positioning of it, the width and height of it, um, and the spacing and all these advanced locations. If you have your longitude and longitude and latitude, so we'll leave it as it is. Okay. So next is to use Weebly's contact form. So to do that, we'll be pulling in a contact form into the page. Let's just drag contact form into the page. Okay. And you can adjust the header here. Say drop us a line. You can actually adjust the information you want to collect. You can add checkboxes. Okay. So option items you can put. Let's see. This is just an example. Gender options, say male, female, male, female. And I don't know what to do with the third option. Can we just remove this? Okay. Okay, you can remove it by clicking on edit. Done. So you can also drag other components like text box, short text box, large text. Maybe if you want them to put in the address, you can just drag in large text box. Let's drag one here. Okay. Okay. And let's give it a name, address. Oops. Address. Okay. So once you're done, you can click save. But we'll be looking into some options. Let's see what this form does. Okay, so you can email every input that a user puts in or a visitor puts in to an email that you choose. So here I put my own email here, an example email. So every time someone fills up the form and clicks submit, it will send you a copy of the information that they put in to the form to that email. Okay. So if you ask for the email, you can reply to send them an email to acknowledge their response. Okay, so once we've done with the form, we'll click on save, and let's just put a spacer here just for breathing room. Okay, so once we're done. Click on publish, and then let's see our website. Okay, so contact us page. So you have a map here, and this is your contact information, and then there's our contact form. And when people fill this form and click on submit, you will receive an email of the information they provide here. Okay, next is if you notice, there are all these other pages that we won't be using. We'll be removing them. So to remove them, we'll go back to pages and then just click on the page and click delete. Delete. Services. Let's delete this page also. And then delete the about page. Okay, so we have all our 4 pages. Let's click publish again and preview it in the browser. Okay, so you have a website with 4 pages. Practice area and contact us. Okay, there. Over to you. Any questions? If you have any questions, you can put them in the question.
Okay, I think we're going to go through the question. I'll take the first one. What are requirements of the Bar Council for websites maintained by lawyers? Well, as far as lawyers are concerned, I think we are bound by the Legal Profession Publicity Rules of 2001. And there is, according to the Bar website, a website rules for law firms 2005. To be very honest, I've not seen this particular piece, this particular ruling, but it appears on the Bar Council website. So I think it's something that you can look out for, you can search for. So that's the first question. The second question comes from Facebook. It's asked by Bong Wei Lun. I think this is best for you to answer, Zubai. Would it be advisable if we appoint a company to set up SEO engine?
Okay. So before I answer that, I would like to say that I'm not an SEO expert, but what SEO usually boils down to is content. So when people ask about SEO, I would usually advise them to produce content. Try to produce as much content as you can. write articles on your website. Um, because usually when you build all these websites on all these platforms, they already try to make your website suitable for search engines. So on your part, you have to um, try to provide helpful content, uh, pick a certain topic or whatever practice area you're in, and try producing content for people to find you. So, uh, me as a layman, I would say, for example, when I face legal problems or anything that I have on law, I would try searching on Google. So if you wrote a helpful article on the internet, I'll probably find your article and I'll probably find your firm website through Google.
All
I
right.
hope that.
As a follow up to that question, Zubai, what if they write content for on social media website? Look, let's say they publish something on Facebook. Is that caught by the search engine as well?
Yes, that's another way to go. If you should have your own Facebook page, companies or firms Facebook page, and you can also post online there. The search engines aggregate and index uh, social network pages also.
Okay. The next question we have is from Mustaqim. He asks, is it possible to provide the same content or information in Weebly in more than one language, like a simple button to convert all the content on our site from English to Malay?
Okay. In the free version, I haven't found that functionality in the free service, but I think there should be add-ons that you can install on your website that does that. But uh, I don't think it's automated. So you probably have to go in and um, actually translate your own content.
I see. And as far as search engines are concerned, let's say a search is done in Bahasa, does that affect how much or how popular your website is as far as the search engine is concerned?
Okay. I would say it depends on your target audience or clients. So if you're targeting more on Malay speaking, uh, Bahasa Malay speaking people, then I would probably suggest that your content be in Bahasa Melayu. Okay.
So is it safer to just put, left and right both languages, or is that a safe way to go around it, just to make sure you capture all the questions that come on the internet?
Uh, I'm not sure actually, but it would probably, even if you were translate all your pages, it would probably be a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have a question which somehow made its way through WhatsApp to personally to me. I'm not going to name the lawyer. And he says, can you ask the speaker whether the procedure that is showing is similar for other services? So the question is, if you were to use other than Weebly or WordPress and all that, would it be similar as you had shown?
Okay. It would not be exactly the same, but as I've explained just now, the basic components of a page are usually the same. You will have a header, a main navigation, and then you'll have the main body of the content and probably a footer, and you'll have images and text on your website. So these tools, they will have um, different things than you that you can customize on the page, and each one has, like, I've tried Wix, and Wix is a bit complicated, but it's more powerful than Weebly, as in you can actually control almost everything: the size of the image, the color and size of the text, the type of font of each text on the page. So it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're looking for a platform that allows you to build a website without actually having much thought on the design, I think Weebly is a good tool because it actually predefines things for you, the size of the text and all. But it each platform will have a different way of allowing you to edit your page. I hope that
So,
answers it.
so would the elements be the same? So that means they'll all have links and they'll all have images and text.
Yes,
And
it will probably be the same. The
I see.
elements in a page.
I see. All right. We have a little bit of time. If you have any further questions, please do. At the end of my slide just now, I had promised to show how a sample logo maker, like the one we did on the website. So since we do have a bit of time, I'm just going to go through that quickly. If there's no further questions after that, I'm going to give the link for you to confirm your attendance so that we can process your CPD. And then I have a few questions that I'm going to ask on behalf of the CPD subcommittee. So I'm going to focus on my screen right now. There is quite a number of, what do you call it, logo makers on the internet. Let me close this message. Let us focus on this screen. All right. I'm having some technical difficulty. 1 second. So in the meantime, while I'm sorting out these technical issues, shall we pick a name of our new fictional firm? All right. Okay, so let's try to sort this out one by one. If it doesn't work, then we have to probably call it a day. All right, I guess this is how we're gonna have to do it. It's gonna have to be on my right side. So I'll have to share the screen with the browser. Anyway, before I proceed, as we go towards the end of this seminar, I'm going to publish a link here at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to display it now. Now, please click that button to confirm your attendance. Put in your name, your firm, your membership number, and if you're viewing from Facebook, I'll give you the link shortly. So let's look at the page I was showing you earlier. All right, logo design. Okay. So pretty much all the logo design websites have pretty much the same components, but this is free logodesign.org. So in the event that you want one for your website or you want one for your letterhead, you can use this particular one. The only trade-off is that they don't give you a high resolution image. That means, for the purposes of your free use, I think it'll be quite good. So let's say we make a fictional law firm. You have John Snow Law Office. Yeah. And you can pick what category you want, and you can make it all. So for me, I'm going to make it maybe abstract. And then it's pretty much there. A sample is shown to you, and you can make all the additions you want. So let's say I want mine to, to have this one like that. I just press add, and you change the text. And then there you go. That's a logo that you can use. So in the event that you want a copy of this, you can download it, and then it's emailed to you. So then you can use it for your website. Just put your name and email address, and it gets sent to you. So that's as simple as it gets in terms of generating a logo. Um, yep, and that can be used for your website or your letterhead or your business card, etc. So in the interim, I need to show you the link in the event that you want to register your attendance. Let me share the page again. Yes, that's the wrong screen. My apologies. So Zuba, if I can invite you back, we're wrapping up. So if you want to confirm your attendance, please go to this link. Type it in your phone or your browser, and then you fill in your particulars. Up until half an hour until the end of this seminar, we'll be collecting the attendance. So please do so if you need to make up your CPD points. So on behalf of the Johor Bar Committee, Zubair, thank you for being with us and sharing your knowledge with us. As for the viewers, which currently I'm recording that we have about 55 on Crowdcast and 14 on Facebook. So that's about 60 plus, if my math is correct. We will start to do more courses like this up until this MCO is lifted. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. Please don't forget your time limit for uh, uh, recording your attendance is half an hour from right now. You can click the button down here, or you can go to the link that I put on the slide on the right. Okay. So I guess that's that. Yeah. So Zubair, any parting words before we go?
I hope it was helpful for everyone.
Yeah.
And
So in the event that people want to email you or something, can do I have your permission to put it up in the chat?
sure, sure.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
put in my email.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Have a nice day, everyone. Take care.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, dear.
Bye.